Well, hello. It's been a while. I bet you've been wondering where the updates have been. I have to fess up a little bit. I haven't been well, and it's not flu. And they really don't know what it is. They took me off all the meds. They've done x-rays and blood tests and CAT scans, and I'm going for an MRI on Monday. The good thing is they haven't found anything bad. The bad thing is they don't know what's causing it. And I'm actually starting to get a little better. Slowly getting better. I've lost a considerable amount of weight. And I don't know if you can tell, you've probably seen my videos, but I have lost a considerable amount of weight in a very short period of time, which is not good. People would love to have that happen, but this is for a bad reason. But enough of that. Where are we at? Well, we're really working to get to Norwalk. 13th, 14th, and 15th for the Blue Suede Cruise. And I think we're gonna make it. Now, whether I'm gonna drive it, I don't know yet. I kind of doubt it. I would have to get better than what I am now. I need to be confident that if something happened, I can get out of the dragster. Will we compete? Probably not. Well, what we're going to do is take the 3 time trials to run this down the track, make tuning changes, make sure everything's all right, and take advantage of a 1-round competition run to get 4 runs. Why don't I do that here? Well, the track here has really gone to 8th mile, and 8th mile really doesn't interest me. I want to be quarter mile, and there's some other stuff, but that's really the reason. After we come back from Norwalk, we may go down there and do some testing to be prepared for the next race, to be able to compete. So, where are we at? Actually, we've made pretty good progress. It does not look it, but we have done a lot of stuff. And it's a lot closer than it looks. The big thing is the wiring. And I've made progress on it. I spent all day yesterday, and I know one day, but to me, I was exhausted and it just kills me. Sucks all the energy right out of me. But we have made progress. Today, actually, last week I put out a pity email to the group that we call Car Nuts and the club Rochester Street Rods. The people that showed up really worked hard. I really appreciate it. This is what we got done in one day. We got the fuel lines run to the tanks, Tom Dial. Seat belts were installed by my son, George Lever. Check the belt guard bolts, Tom Dial. We got the fuel shutoff cable installed by George Lever. We got the burn down tube fittings installed by Lee Bracey. We got fuel pressure sensor installed by Bill Gagne. We got the padding for the oil pressure sensor done by Lee Bracey. We got the brake lines bled by Lee Bracey, Tom Dial, and Bill Gagne. We got the fuel shut-off cable run by George Lever. We got the fire bottle cable installed by George Lever. We lengthened it a little bit so we could reroute the cable to make more sense. The rear blower restraint bracket was installed by Lee Bracey. Bill Gagne took on the bus. He installed headlights, all the headlights. One was burned out, we replaced all the bulbs. Last winter, for some reason, I was short an oil filter. I changed the oil, but I didn't change the filter, so I replaced the filter. He replaced the serpentine belt, he replaced the tensioner. All of us got all the materials for the motorhome and racing out of the basement and under the beast. We got the tops of the batteries cleaned out, and we got the AC belt installed. So extremely productive day. So let's take a look at the dragster now. Oh, and by the way, This is not going to be a smooth, slick video. I'm going to jump around. To make a good video, it takes a lot of work. A lot of people don't realize how much work goes into making the video. This one is not going to be well edited. I'm just going to take snippets and show what was done. But let's take a look at the dragster itself. That front tank was the tank that I ran in the 8.0 index. It was a 3.5 gallon tank and was plenty of fuel for 8.0. Not enough for running 7.0. So we added a second tank. Why did we add a second tank rather than make one big tank? There were structural problems with the idea of a single tank. And what we've done is there's a fuel line that runs from the front tank to the back tank, and then from that valve to the pump. And in that fitting, Jim Boley machined a pill, very much like a main pill, to fit inside that fitting. And then we flowed the tanks and enlarged the pill until we could get both tanks to empty at the exact same time. If one goes dry first, it will suck air and not fuel from the second tank. So it's very important that they both drain at the same time. This is the fire bottle control cable. That was replaced by my son. It's been rerouted so it makes more sense. We're working on the transmission cooler. That's a heat sink right there. We're going to run lines for that. We've got the blower restraints completely done, including the rear. The sensors have been installed for the data logger. There is no electronics on this thing other than a two-step, and can't really use it for launch because we're dumping too much fuel in. So we're just going to use it to limit the engine RPM so we don't hurt it. We've padded the oil sensors. Wiring is well along the way. I may make good progress on it tomorrow. Not as bad as it looks. Brakes have been bled. Seat belts are back in. So it's actually not bad. It's predicted that Tuesday we may fire this up. We shall see. So now on to some snippets of what happened today. Hey Don, tell me what you're doing.
I'm installing the AN fittings for the training cooler.
Okay.
And altering the pan for those to fit through.
And Tom, what are you doing?
Swallowing some water, installing a plate that's going to hold the second gas tank.
Okay. And George, what are you doing?
Waiting for you to sit down, waiting for you to check the seat belts, so I can move on to the seat.
All right, we'll get to that.
And what are you doing?
Dying.
Not sitting down.
Lee, what are you
I'm
doing?
discovering that we have to open up these holes in this vent here to put the bolts in.
Okay.
Now that I got the silicone in there.
So what's Bill doing?
Changing the oil filter on the motorhome.
How's that got to do anything to do with the dragster?
Biggest oil filter I've ever seen.
Hold up the oil filter.
That's not big.
Filter holds a gallon, huh?
Hello, Bill. Is that water dripping on you?
What's that?
Is that water dripping on you?
Oh, feels good. All right, let's try them out.
Oh, you got them on?
Yep.
All right.
I got hose.
What kind of hose you got?
I think this is a monstrous fuel line. I haven't seen anything quite this big. This must be going on a diesel truck. Film it. The hole big enough?
The hole's big enough. The
Stop
problem
filming,
is
this thing is begun.
Now what's the problem?
the nut doesn't turn. You got the line for
Take the line off and put it on and then put the line back on.
this line here.
No, that it
That
works.
line.
Noon is at 12, so after 12.
After 12. Where's the garbage over here now?
Over here now.
By the wall.
Yeah, that line's gotta be, I usually clean them out with a solvent.
Water or hose or something, yeah.
You cut them up, you cut one of ours. Well, you know how juicy it is.
Oh, yeah.
No, must not be enough water down
There isn't anyone.
They grow in sand.
But you know,
State is sand.
she gets good, my mother-in-law gets good tomatoes there. The hot rod out of here.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, shoot. Oh.